Hello there, my friends, and welcome to the 10th episode of the Atheist Experiment. There's not much really to tell medically now. I got a really encouraging report from my oncologist yesterday, and I'm feeling really good. And I have just two more treatments left, one in December and one in January. And then I'm done with this, and hopefully I continue to feel really well. So let's get right into the topic regarding another religious harm. Um, I've mentioned this topic before, but I experienced it firsthand last weekend. And it's not the first time I've experienced something like this, but it's just very poignant right now. Um, the topic is how the religious right wing activists let Jesus take the wheel and ignore advice from medical professionals. So I think you know where I might be going with this. Um, there are lots and lots of stories around this subject, and it's quite frightening and often outrageous. Um, I'm going to read a quick verse from 1 Timothy 6:20. Timothy, guard what has been entrusted to your care. Turn away from godless chatter and the opposing ideas of what is falsely called knowledge. And here's another verse from Ecclesiastes 8:17. Then I saw all the work of God, that man cannot find out the work that is done under the sun. However much they may toil in seeking, he will not find it out. Even though a wise man claims to know, he cannot find it out. Isn't it convenient that the teachings of the Bible have made it heretical to perform scientific experiments to prove religious claims? For example, when COVID-19 was first spreading through Canada, I heard an interview on the news with a Catholic priest who said he would continue serving communion at church because during communion, the priest blesses and transforms the wine and the bread into the blood and the body of Christ, literally. So he believes that when he blesses the bread and the wine, it literally becomes the blood and the body of Christ. This blessing makes it immune to imperfections such as communicable diseases. Let's test that scientifically to see if we have a miracle cure for the disease. If it were true, we would literally have a miracle cure and no need for science-based medicine. But we cannot investigate because the priest said it is heretical to question God's divine ways. How convenient. As it is stated in Ecclesiastes 3:11, he has made everything beautiful in its time. Also, he has put eternity into man's heart, yet so that he cannot find out what God has done from the beginning to the end. Here we are, as a science-based society, have discovered thousands of nature's secrets. So I guess God was wrong about that one. So let's get to the story of what I experienced last weekend. My partner and I decided to go for a drive. And we really had no destination except there was this little bakery. About halfway through the drive, we decided, hey, let's go to that bakery. We were talking about food in the car, and it made us, hungry. So we decided, let's go and get something at this little bakery, this favorite bakery of ours. Turns out this bakery is in Elmer. And as we approached Elmer on the highway, we started to notice police cars lined up and down the highway, and we thought, what is going on here? This is like there's something up. And then when we got to the first street of Elmer, the police were detouring us around the town. And then my partner remembered, and she said something to the effect of, "Oh my goodness, I can't believe I forgot there's a protest in Elmer today." And this is where we ended up going for our drive. Now, I guess part of it was curiosity, and part of it was that we still wanted to get to that bakery. So we thought we were looking at the map, and we thought if we could skirt around the edges of the town and avoid the mess that was going on downtown, there's still a way to get to that bakery without getting involved in the protest. And so we attempted to do so, and it was looking good, like we found a way there, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, the crowds came around the corner and they started going past us on the opposite side of the street. And I'm telling you, I was very disappointed to be a Canadian at that point, because they had all Canada flags sticking out of their windows and pasted all over the place, and they had signs that said "Save our children." What other signs did they have? They had signs that said "Facts over fear" and "No new normal." Well, I mean, the only thing we could do was put on our masks while we were in the car, just to show that we were not part of this anti-mask protest. That's what it was. It was an anti-mask, anti-isolation, anti-social distancing protest. And when you see signs that say "Facts over fear," well, you want to hear a fact? The town of Elmer has the highest rate of COVID-19 infection of all the surrounding communities in southwestern Ontario. Do they not see it? I don't understand. This is very confusing and disappointing to me that they put up these signs about facts over fear, but they don't even know what the facts are. So it turns out, as reported by the CBC, that these marchers were predominantly religious organizations. The protest was organized by a mom from Elmer with the backing of Pastor Henry Heidelbrand from the Church of God. And so here's another example of the harms of religion. The rest of us who are not protesting against social distancing and wearing masks, we're all doing our part to try and flatten the curve. It's not about protecting yourself. It's about protecting your neighbors, your friends, your family, people you don't even know, citizens of our country and the rest of the world. If we all participate, we can beat this thing. But as long as there are people who continue to have large gatherings like this one, unmasked and in close proximity to each other, how do we expect to ever beat this? It's very disappointing and disheartening to see this kind of thing going on. So one of the signs also said that they were sending prayers to those in need. Well, prayers for others' well-being is just a cheap way out of doing something truly helpful. You have alleviated your guilt by saying a prayer. Now you can say you did something when in reality you did nothing. Not a damn thing. Ricky Gervais said it best in a tweet after high-profile people sent prayers for the victims of the tornado in Oklahoma in 2013. He said, "I feel like an idiot now. I only sent money." Well, I think that says it all. So that's it for this episode. Please subscribe and hit the like or dislike button, and feel free to send me a message. If you disagree with what I'm saying, send me a message. If you agree with what I'm saying, send me a message. But I beg everyone out there to please practice social distancing, wear a mask everywhere you go, and don't have any large gatherings, and don't go out unless you need to, please. It's it's the humanitarian thing to do. There are millions of people in the world dying of this disease. It is not like the flu, where every year some people die and we know that and we don't bother to protect ourselves. This is different. This disease is killing people of all ages, predominantly seniors, and just because they're seniors doesn't make them expendable. Thank you for your time, and I hope to see you again next time. Good day.
Hey there, my friends. If you enjoy my videos and you would like to see more, subscribe. And don't forget to scroll down and hit the little bell so you can get notifications. I will be putting out a video every Sunday evening, and if you like it, hit the like button. And if you don't like it, hit the dislike button. Also, leave a comment and let me know what you think. Catch you next time, and have a great week.